Hey guys, it's Hakeem here, back with episode 2 of Total Control. Let's look at our opening hand. And I said Total Control, we're actually not playing that, we're playing Izzet Control. But only one land, so we're going to mulligan that here. We've got 3 land, we've got 2 blue for the nullify, we've got an early think twice. We've got Talleyrand in our hand, and we've got an inspiration, and we're on the play. So this is pretty good, we're going to keep this. And we're going to start with an island, so that perhaps we can play the second island and have nullify open on the second turn. So we're playing against Imperador X. We're going to pass it over to him. He's playing a 62 card deck. So I'm sorry for the delay in uploading. It's been real busy past couple of days. So there was once upon a time I was ahead on content where I had stuff recorded almost a full week in advance, so that I would just upload and slowly record more content. But I'm kind of at the point now where I have to record. Same day and upload it, so I'm kind of at a bottleneck now. I've got a vacation from work coming up. As of next Friday, I will be on a week of holidays, so I'm looking forward to that. And I should be able to get up a good storehouse of content, during that week to hopefully get a couple of weeks ahead of the game, just so that there aren't any more delays like this. So I'm sorry about that. But anyways, back to the game. Our opponent has played a swamp. It took him a very long time to play it. Good thing I had that bit of exposition there to cover in all that space. So we've got nullify open here now, and we've got think twice if there's nothing really particularly nasty that we need to counter, which I'm hoping is the case. So our opponent seems like he's asleep at the wheel over there. So hopefully he picks up and plays, and I don't have to just cut the recording in the next minute or two and start do that whole spiel all over again. I really wouldn't want to have to do that, but it may have to happen. So yeah, he's not doing a whole lot. He's got swamp. I mean, there's not that many options. He can play a second land, or he can play a spell. So he's playing a plains, and he's casting a Wall of Omens. So we don't care about Wall of Omens. It's not a threat, so we're not going to counter it. And we're going to draw a card for ourselves, pick up a shock, which is decent, in case he's got any other early game creatures that he's going to drop. Then like a Mentor of the Meek or something, I won't have to spend a nullify on it. I can just kill it after it lands. Picked up another mountain, which is excellent because we're going to get to our 4th land for inspiration. So here we go. Now we have nullify again open, we have shock open, and we have think twice in the graveyard. Excuse me, ready to be flashed back. So a lot of stuff going on here. Except our opponent. So it seems like he's picked up the pace here. So he's played his 3rd land actually, fairly quickly this time. It's a lone missionary. I'm going to let him gain the 4 life and rather than counter it. And I think I'm just going to draw the card here, unless he tries to put an aura on it or something, which I highly doubt. I can shock it at a later time. I will just draw a card here, get one deeper. Hopefully we can get to land drop 6 without too much fuss and pick up a negate along the way. That would be excellent. I'm just going to play the 3rd island here. Now we've got inspiration open, and we're going to pass it back. I still don't think I'm going to shock that lone missionary unless he tries to slap something on it. If he just swings at me for 2, I'm pretty much just going to take that. He's up to 4 mana. He casts a Rock's Faithmender, so that's a very difficult creature for me to remove. So yeah, that's getting nullified. And so now, since he's tapped out and I can't draw a card, I think I will just kill the missionary here, and then I will untap with inspiration. And hopefully pick up a counterspell off the top. That would be pretty excellent. So I picked up a gate, which I'll just play here now since I don't have any need for the 5th land. So we've got a couple of copies of inspiration here, but our shields are down. So if he's going to go jamming a Baneslayer, that would be pretty shitty, because he's got another Faithmender, which is it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, really, I'm scared of Sanguine Bond here and him just burning me out with life gain. So we're just going to draw 2 cards here. I'd love to pick up a negate. Picked up another Talleyrand, which is pretty bad, but that kind of gives me a little flexibility to just jam this guy here now. And if he has an answer to it, I'll throw a shock somewhere, probably just at his face, and get a Drake out of it at the very least. So yeah, I mean, having the 2nd copy of Talleyrand isn't great, but if I hadn't drawn it, I wouldn't have run Talleyrand out there onto that board. I would have had to hold on to him. So at least the 2nd one gave me that bit of flexibility. And if his removal is Tribute to Hunger, I can make a Drake in response to that and just sacrifice the Drake. So he's going to put a Nimbus Wings on his lifelinker, which is pretty bad. He's got a 2/7 lifelinker, and he's going to gain 8 life off of this. So I mean, I don't really care too much about his life total, but But you know, it's gonna get pretty out of hand soon. I hope he doesn't put any more ores on that, like an Armored Ascension or something. So at the end of his turn, I'm going to shock that missionary. Hopefully he doesn't have God's Willing or something, and this will create a Drake token. Got a bit of work to do though before we can start killing him. He's on 36 life. Really like to pick up a Voyage's End. That would be pretty excellent. So I'm just going to play the mountain here and pass it over to him. We've got an active Talleyrand though, and we've got a couple of draw spells that we can cast here. So you know, we can make a pretty big army of Drakes here. But 2/7 flyer is pretty big. He's playing Arrest on. Yeah, he's just going to stop my Drake, which is fine. So I'll just draw a card and create another one here. See if we pick up a counterspell. We don't pick up a land, so that's fine. We'll just let the Arrest hang out there. Not going to start chump blocking just yet, but every time he hits me for 2, he gains 4 life, which is pretty annoying. So I'm not going to block. I'm just going to start amassing an army, and hopefully I can, you know, that'll deter his attack until I can draw into a bounce spell and make him pick it back up. So he's got 3 mana. He's thinking here. He must have something else he can cast. I doubt he's playing Tribute to Hunger in this deck. If he is, you know, playing that alongside Arrest is not the greatest combo in the world, because I can just sacrifice the arrested creature. So I'm gonna make another Drake here off the Inspiration. Draw 2, which is a Negate and a Traumatic Vision. So we got 2 counter spells and a Charmbreaker Devils, and we're on 8 mana. So this is pretty good. We get to drop the Devils into play with Negate up, which is solid. So we're going to start getting back some of these spells here. And I'm just going to start attacking them. You know, I don't really want to chump block that 2/7 just yet. I just want to basically, he's going to gain 4 life whether he hits me or whether I sacrifice a Drake. So I'm just going to hit him for 4 and negate that life gain. And I'm only taking 2 per turn as it stands. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but Charmbreaker Devils can, the advantage from that can get out of hand pretty quickly. He's casting a Baneslayer Angel, and I don't have a counterspell for it. That's pretty shitty, I'm not going to lie, having that thing on the field. I'm going to have to start chump blocking that, and he's going to gain absolutely insane amounts of life with that Rock's Faith Mender out there. So that's a bit annoying. He's down to 1 card in his hand, though, so I mean, I guess that's something. Hopefully, I would like to just probably pick up an Inspiration off this Charmbreaker Devils. We have an Archaeomancer, Visions, got a Nullify. Archaeomancer, not going to use that right now. For now, I'm just on the chump blocking plan, and I've got a Think Twice in the graveyard that I can flash back. So for now, I'm just going to hold open all my counter spells. But I'm gonna take a beating from that Baneslayer. He's just gonna have a ridiculous amount of life. So I mean, I guess I'm playing for Kozilek here now, you know. But a bounce spell would be really good, because then I can bounce something and counter it. You know, I've got 3 Voyages End in here, and then if all I need to do is draw 1, and then I can Archaeomancer and bounce the other creature, and then I've got the Nullify and the Visions for them. So he's just coming in with the Baneslayer, so I will absolutely sacrifice a Drake to that. He's going to gain 10 life because his Faith Mender doubles the 5 from his Baneslayer. So yeah, 10 life every single turn. That's a lot, you know. He's still only got 1 card in his hand. I guess that's my saving grace, is the fact that I'm going to overwhelm him with card advantage if he doesn't start drawing some cards pretty soon. And I've got the Charmbreaker generating me essentially what is an extra draw every single turn. So I will flash back this Think Twice here. And that'll make a Drake. Trigger the Charmbreaker, which is pointless, but we got to watch the trigger resolve. So here comes a Traumatic Visions. I'm not going to cycle it for land, obviously. Charmbreaker Devils gets us back an Inspiration, which I'm actually just going to fire off main phase and try to get a bounce spell. Try to get a bounce spell out of this. So we picked up a Dissolve. I'm actually going to come in with the Charmbreaker Devils, because hitting for 8 is a lot, and it will kill his Faithmender if he decides to block it, which he doesn't. So right now I think I discard Traumatic Visions. I think so. I want to hang on to my other Talrand and my other Charmbreaker Devils. And any instants and sorceries that I discard, you know, can come back through Charmbreaker. So he's played a Radiant Fountain. That's going to gain him 4 life. Excuse me. So he's still got a fuck ton of life, man, that I got to plow through. I wonder if he's playing Planar Cleansing in there. Yeah, I've got the negate for it, but really want to get one of those Voyage's Ends. I'm halfway through my deck almost. Now he's bringing this guy. I'm actually not going to block that. I'm not going to block that at all. He must be holding back the Baneslayer just to protect against the you know, the Charmbreaker Devils where it has first strike. But I'm going to wait till generate another Drake, and then I'll have enough Drakes, 8 power, to gang block that Faithmender and kill it. So yeah, give me a bounce spell. That's what I'm playing for here now. And then I can counter that Baneslayer on the way back out. So we're going to get a card off the Charmbreaker again and get another negate, and now here's a shock, which I'm just going to fire the shock at his face, I guess, just to make a Drake. Let's just throw it at him. And there we go. I'm going to actually cycle this for a land, just because I can play it this turn. I guess I got enough red. And this will, instead of discarding it, I'll just pay the 2 mana because I've got plenty, and like I can still get it back through Charmbreaker Devils. And taking a land out of the deck, I mean, at least it's some minor thinning. I'm not going to swing with Charmbreaker this time, obviously, because he's got a 5 power first striking dude over there. But now I've got enough Drakes in the air that if he swings with the 2/7, I can just quadruple block him and kill it. So I would really, he's just drawing land, man. This guy, he's been top decking for the past, I'd say 4 or 5 turns and hit land every single time. I'd like to know what that other card is in his hand. I imagine he's probably playing Suffer the Past, so he could be getting ready to jam a huge one of those. So he doesn't do anything, and we get to take another card out of the graveyard and top deck another card. I'm going to again main phase the Inspiration that we just picked up out of the graveyard, make another Drake. But that Baneslayer is stopping me from swinging with all these 2/2 Drakes because there's a Nullify. I'm just going to shock his face again, I guess. Create another Drake, but I'm going to give him 10 life every single turn. You know. I'm going to give him 10 life every single turn if I swing, so I just got to kind of hold off here. And wait to draw Voyage's End. Jeez, I'm more than halfway through the deck now. I've got to discard 2 cards. So it's going to be a Nullify and a Negate. I want to keep my Dissolves and want to keep these guys around. You know, I don't want to discard a Talrand and see that he has an answer. I don't think he does, but you know, I don't want to take the chance. I can get my instants and sorceries back with the Archaeomancer or with this guy. So now he's tapping out for an Obelisk of Alara. That's not gonna resolve. Absolutely, that is not gonna resolve. He's playing Safe Passage, which is going to prevent all damage to his creatures and to him, but that's doesn't do anything, you know. So his Obelisk is gone, and we've got a shitload of Drakes in the air now. I just got to get a bounce spell to get them goddamn creatures up out of the way, so that I can start these. So I can pretty much one-shot him now. He can't be swinging here, is he? He can't be. I mean, you know, he's got no cards in his hand. So there we go. We're going to lose 1 Drake. So we're trading 2. You know, we're losing 1 Drake, and he's losing that and his aura, which is just a terrible decision by him to swing in there. But whatever. I can't control what he does, you know, unfortunately. So he's watching the damage effects. Oh, he cast a Safe Passage. I'm a fucking idiot. I just sacrificed a Drake for no reason. Oh, misplays for days. That was horrible. That was absolutely horrible. Okay, so we picked up an Inspiration out of the graveyard. Gonna fire it off again and hopefully get down to the goddamn Voyage's End. I mean, there's a Think Twice. There's old Cozy Leg. I'm gonna think twice here. Gonna generate another Drake. And draw a card. It's another Anger of the Gods. I mean, don't want to be casting those right now, so I want to keep open a counter spell. And I still can't swing because of the goddamn Baneslayer. Anyways, so we're just going to discard a couple of copies of Anger of the Gods because we don't need those. See you later, guys. I got Kozilek. How much mana do I have? Enough mana to cast him next turn. So I think that might be what I do. He's just going to cast a Meditation Puzzle and gain 16 life. I'm pretty okay with that. Fine with that resolving. Yeah, that's safe passage. What an idiot! Here I am making fun of the guy for making a terrible trade, and and I'm the idiot in the situation. So yeah, that was pretty horrible. I'm going to draw a card here off Think Twice in the graveyard. Really want to, you know, I can't stop talking about it, but I want that Voyage's End. You know, I've got 3 copies in here, and I'm really deep into the deck. So there's another Think Twice. We're going to cast that, make another Drake. You know, 66 life. I don't care how much life he has. It doesn't affect me. I just need to gain control. You old beast, what's up? So yeah, we're gonna get a card back out of the graveyard. It doesn't show you what it is. You just kind of memorize your hand. You know, I still haven't got that. Spell. So I can cast Kozilek. If I leave my 2 gates open, I'll have a Nullify open. I guess that's good enough. I'm gonna draw 4 cards here, which is a lot. There's the Voyage's End. Hey, thanks for showing up to the party. Thank you for showing up. Okay, so still can't swing because of the Baneslayer. And if he has a Planar Cleansing, well, I guess I won't be that sad because I still have a whole bunch of shit. Discard 5 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4 lands. We're gonna keep the Nullify, keep that, throw away the Anger of the Gods. Alright. Moving along. Got Kozilek on the battlefield. Our opponent has top decked 1 card. If it's a creature spell, we can deal with it. If it's a non-creature spell, he's going to resolve it. If it's a land, well, then there's nothing that he can do, and we're not too worried about it. So that means that Kozilek is pretty much just going to win the game. So if it's Angelic Edict, I'm going to feel pretty sad because that's going to exile my Kozilek, and then I've only got 18 cards left in my library and no reshuffle. For pretty much suck. He's just picked up a dead weight. So yeah, he's going to put that on Talrand, which is fine. I've got another one here. And I've got a Kozilek on board, so I mean Talrand has done his work. So yeah, he knows what's up. I got a Kozilek on board. So I'm going to bounce the Baneslayer Angel. Okay, so here we go. Bounce the Baneslayer, bottom land. Get a card back out of the graveyard. It's not a Voyage's End. You can see though what an active Charmbreaker Devils can do. So we're going to Archaeomancer here. Get back the bounce spell. And ship Faith Mender back to his hand. We've got 2 dissolves open now, but pretty much we're going to bottom another land here, and we're just going to swing with the team here. He's only got a Wall of Omens, and we're going to turn everybody sideways, and he's going to lose 4 permanents. 4 lands to the yard, 20 power in the air, plus 8 power on the Charmbreaker Devils. It's a pretty heavy hit right there. And so he goes from 66 all the way down to 38. It's a big strike. And when he tries to recast his Faith Mender or his Baneslayer, whichever one he picks, it's going to get countered. I imagine the Baneslayer will hit the stack here. We're just going to nullify that. Just going to nullify that. And draw 2 cards. Make another. No, we're not making Drakes now. He put dead weight on Talrand. But that's cool. That's cool. Now he's got a dead weight for one of my Drakes, which is okay. Gonna pick up a card out of the yard, drop a land into play. Swing with the team. I don't think he's dead here though. Is he dead? 18, 4. Let's do the math. Now he's got 18 and 12, so I just need 1 trigger. So we'll draw 2 cards here. I mean, I could counter my own spells and then counter my own counters and really just jack the shit out of that Charmbreaker. But I think I've got it. So actually, I think I got 1 too many because I didn't count the Archaeomancer. So 12 and 18 is 38. I got 39 coming at him here right now. I didn't get to annihilate all of his land, but got most of it. And there we go. So I mean, the guy sat there behind a Baneslayer Angel and and a huge Rock's Faithman. They just top decked a bunch of land, and my my Charmbreaker Devils took over the game. He didn't have any way to generate card advantage, so that was pretty much what won me the game. There was the steady stream of cards I was receiving. So there's episode 2. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back with another episode tomorrow. I promise it won't be late this time. Thanks for watching.